6 points away from 1,000 for his career. He would be the 21st UCF player to reach that mark. Tennessee Tech, out of the Ohio Valley Conference, comes in with a record of 3-2. Second power conference team they have played. They were in toe-to-toe with Georgia on the opening night of the season, lost 83-78, just a 5-point game. And this is a group that can really shoot it from three. That's a priority for UCF tonight.
Well, for Tennessee Tech, their ability to shoot threes in bunches is what keeps them in games. But their height disadvantage is... Keyshawn Hall is also in the top 10 in scoring in the Big 12.
Tennessee Tech gets on the board with Rodney Johnson Jr. He is the leading scorer for the Golden Eagles.
Coming off a 12-point game, Coach Pelfrey really likes Rodney Johnson's game. His versatility comes to mind.
Good ball movement from UCF. Ivy Curry with a deep three. Rebound, Debo Coleman, and the putback. Rebounding likely to be a huge part of the story in this game. Tennessee Tech among the nation's worst rebounding margins in the country. They are being out-rebounded by 13.5 boards per game. Pull up from Rodney Johnson Jr. is good. He's got the first 2 buckets for Tennessee Tech.
He's averaging almost 15 a game. Johnson absolutely has a lot of tools in his bag offensively. Nice roll.
Marcel Cheam.
You see the spacing for UCF, but the quick roll by Cheam and the excellent pass over the top of Tennessee Tech's defense. What I love about that play...
An assistant under Philly Donovan in Florida.
No question about it. But Mustafa Cheam and his ability to, as Tennessee Tech hits a three, gather without turning the ball over. In 3 games, 0 turnovers for Mustafa Cheam at 7'2". That is impressive.
Johnny Dawkins described him as easy to play with, which you don't always hear for a center. Ivy Curry and him not on the same page there. Coleman, top of the key. A rainmaker, nothing but net for Debo Coleman, just his second 3 of the year. 4 of their first 6 from the field. Ivy Curry, tough shot on the baseline, and he drilled it. And it's rebounded by Rodney Johnson Jr. Transition
That's
3,
what they'll do.
Jalen Johnson. He's now hit at least 1 3 in all 6 of Tennessee Tech's games this season. Coleman quickly the other way, score it plus the foul. From Georgia Tech, igniting the UCF offense here in the early going.
Good sprint back with high hands as well. That's textbook on hedge and recovery.
Down the lane, Rodney Johnson Jr. with the finish. Brings us to a tie at 13. 6 points for Rodney Johnson Jr.
Benny Williams was late on the help on that pick and roll. He tried to time up the block where he could have been there 2 steps early to essentially deter that layup. Those be learning moments. Get used to the defense.
Strong take there by Ivy Curry.
You know what the most impressive thing is? He calls the coaching staff all the time to get extra work in. And that's so rare, just as a freshman, to be a guy who wants to do more constantly.
Benny Williams, that's a long 2. Golden Eagles have gotten late into the shot clock. Keyshawn Hall over helping there, leaving Ajaboye unguarded for an easy dunk.
That was an excellent find and wide open. That was miscommunication by Ivy Curry and J.J. Taylor on who should be dropping low to cover that.
Williams short with the 3. Dior Johnson in the right place for the offensive rebound. And J.J. Taylor's got his first bucket.
I think you referred to J.J. Taylor as the energy giver off the bench in the last few games for UCF. When UCF started out slow offensively, J.J. Taylor was excellent at coming off the bench and providing much needed energy on the offensive end.
Williams, 1 dribble, difficult shot. Ball came right back to him. Slides it underneath to Hall.
Earlier today, is if we can handle the ball, we get good shots. So when we're comfortable and careful with the basketball, we're going to get good looks. Fool's gold defense, though, for UCF. Those were 2 clean looks in a row for Tennessee Tech. Coleman's everywhere.
Offensive rebound, put back. He's got 12 points. Yeah, I'm 100% in on a couple of nice steaks. One for lunch, one for dinner.
Oh, maybe you just haven't had a really nice steak back.
In and out for Benny Williams. Rokas Yotsus the offensive rebound. And Ivy Curry ends up with a bucket. Glasgow through a lot of traffic. Big 7'2" David Craig out there for the first time. He had it stripped away. Ivy Curry to the reverse. Darius Johnson still looking for his first field goal. Got an open look from three. And there it is.
Well, they totally picked apart.
Dramatically under reported. He is listed at 7'2". He looks every bit of 7'4" or 5. There's Rokas Yotsus with his first three of the year. Taylor passes up an open three. Backs his man down.
Oh, my.
Fancy footwork, J.J. Taylor. Johnson Jr. rising up and hits the three. Yotsus not close enough. 11 for Rodney Johnson Jr. Taylor cans a triple immediately with an answer.
Look how smooth this is. My goodness, shades of the velvet fog.
Hall with one, just gets it off and scores as time expires. In the closing seconds.
That was awfully close. You're looking at the red light. Yeah, got it off, but a half a second in time. Excellent one-on-one defensive possession.
Coleman driving and finishing.
How good has he been?
14 for Debo Coleman.
Debo Coleman on the swing, baseline drive, uses his body as a shield.
And hampered a bit in the preseason by an injury, but getting back to full strength and showing he can be an offensive contributor. Late shot clock, a three for Igbounoué. Ivy Curry gets a paint touch. Coleman cutting, had the shot rejected. Stays with Ivy Curry, who takes a contested three. We're close to 3,000 point scorers in high school. Cheam underneath for Hall. Not strong enough, but he stays with it and able to power it through. Nearly knocked off Duke in the second round. Glasgow attacking the freshman Cheam, and a good finish. None of their veteran players were available for the entire year. Layton for three, that's good. Good work by Yotsus to give UCF another possession. Hall backing his man down. Darius Johnson with a three. And here come the Knights in transition. Ivy Curry gets to the middle of the floor. Taylor wide open three. After the offensive board. Taylor poked away from behind by Jalen Johnson. Tough finish, but he crawled over the front of the rim and fell in. Johnson Jr. going to attack Coleman. Layton just beyond the top of the key.
That's Rodney Johnson keeping his pivot foot, keeping his balance, finding an open three-point shooter.
Tennessee Tech with another steal. Igbounoué in the lane, a little bit short. Offensive rebound. Layton a three. Another triple for Kyle Layton, and it's a 4-point game.
When you make threes and you don't turn the ball over, you're going to be in every single game that you play. And that's what Tennessee Tech is doing in the second half. That's their 9th made three.
UCF nearly 4 minutes without a point. Cheam steps out, and he hits a three. The 7'2" freshman showing his range. So many times this season when UCF has needed stops late in games. They've been able to get him. Layton again, red hot, and a chance for 4 after the foul committed by Benny Williams.
Monster, and I mean monster shot from Layton. Oh my goodness.
The foul on Layton was his 3rd, but just the 6th team foul, so no 1-and-1. And Keyshawn Hall gets a deuce on the out-of-bounds play. Ivy Curry, quick hands, took it away from Layton. Score it, plus the foul.
Jordan Ivy Curry? More like Jordan Kyrie Irving. That was smooth.
Headed for a 4th straight single-digit win. Hall bullies his way inside. Tough, strong finish from Keyshawn Hall. Under 2 minutes to go. Hall once again forcing his way inside. Ball tapped up into the hands of Jalen Johnson. Agbunaway running the floor. Good finish. And a timeout for John Pelfrey with 1:50 to go in West Virginia.
And Pitt and LSU are in that tournament as well. All 4 of those teams, UCF, Wisconsin, Pitt, and LSU, all undefeated. That's going to be an awesome tournament.
A big opportunity for UCF as they head away from Edition Financial Arena for the first time this season. First 4 games played at home. Benny Williams flashing inside, gets an easy, thunderous dunk.
And it's three-point time. Time to go if you're Tennessee Tech.
Agbunaway.
That's great defense.
Force his way inside. Ends up finishing, but we're down to 1 minute remaining in an 8-point game. Ivy Curry in a flash. He's in the front court and lays it in.
The offense does not like it either. It's a good flash by Benny Williams. That's just a small.
But UCF, as they have done so often this season, pulls away in the closing minutes. And they win it by the final of 80-69 on a night when Darius Johnson scores his 1,000th point for UCF.